What are the values? They are innate qualities of the soul. All of us have those beautiful 7 qualities. The purity, the love, the peace, happiness, bliss and power. And all of it comes from the spiritual knowledge, which the Brahma Kumaris teach. And all of us, we are very familiar. We like to be loved, we love people, we like to be peaceful, we want a peace in the world, we want happiness in our life, happiness in our everywhere around. And there's a beautiful word in Hindi, Paramananda, the bliss that we are looking for. And everyone always talks of the Almighty, but you are also Master Almighty, the powerful one. The virtues are normally acquired. They are the qualities that you have of the soul. The concentration of positive personality traits. There are many of them. I think there are no dearth of values. There are as many values as we can look inside ourselves. The most important thing we must remember, taking care of the people is the greatest honor we could ever have. If you look at yourself, we live in the outside world and we communicate through words and actions. Our emotions, our desires, and our decisions are seen, and they go back and imprinted in our subconscious, in our memory bank. This is what we see. But what we don't see is the triad of mind, intellect, and personality. We call it Man, Buddhi, Sanskar. These are the components of the soul or the spirit. The mind and intellect, they work almost in unison. We know it's probably in nanoseconds. The mind is the one which creates thoughts, emotions, desires. And we have our attitudes, our feelings, and our visions according to what we think. And the important part is we must think positively. Most of our thoughts are either negative or waste thoughts. The anger, jealousy, hatred, these are the negative ones, which are very common. So what the intellect does, the mind creates about 30,000 thoughts in a day, or some people even think that it could be up to 60,000. The job of an intellect is to judge, discriminate, and decide which of these thoughts should not be brought into words and action. And therefore, it's much better to create the positive thoughts, to reduce the number of thoughts, and peaceful, powerful thoughts should be what we should create. And this is what we teach in Raj Yoga. That is our internal world. And the most important thing is the personality traits, the memories, the impression, the instincts and habits we develop, where we bypass the intellect. And whatever is there in our sanskars or in personality traits is a conglomeration of many, many experiences that we have not only in this life, but in the previous lives. Suffice it to say that we should create positive mind. Traditional training, we all have undergone this in the medical school, but we have lacked something that is increasing the calmness and compassion. And once in professional life, the shortage of time, need to earn money, desires of a status prevents us from going back to our values. The most important thing is the first key principle, or 3 key principles on values in healthcare, is physician, heal thyself. Most of us, when we are trained only to treat the patient, diagnose and treat. And in the bargain, we have forgotten ourselves. So here is a paradigm change. Instead of looking after the patients, look after yourself. Most important. Because you must feel good while doing a practice of medicine, enjoy your work, and not only survive, but thrive. It is noticed that 60% of physicians suffer from stress related and have burnouts. we always hear of some suicides every year in the medical students. So what we need, here we have put healthcare professional at the center of the entire program. It's a self-care and personal development program to increase your morale, restore the purpose, the vision, and the values. This is the essence of this program. And the key principle number 2 is learning through direct experience. It is not lectures. It's a facilitated program which allows you to talk to yourself, reflection, and facilitator helps you in learning. And it's an experiential learning. You go back to your own experiences. There's a time for reflection, to think, and sharing. You have always a partner to share with in that program, and supportive environment that's appreciative of work around. This is essential because such an opportunity you never get. Normally it is done out in small groups, not more than 20, normally around 15, where you have enough time, and there are about 8 to 10 exercises of experiential exercises where you spend time with yourself, with your partner, and with a group, which is again appreciative, and facilitator is one who guides you through this experience. And the third key principle is it has to be relevant to your work and your personal life. So whatever you do here, you take it back to your personal life or to your practice. And there's a session on action planning, and there's a commitment to ongoing learning. It's not stops at one time. Okay? So I think, sorry, there are 7 modules, actually 8 modules. 8th module was added later. Originally, there were 7 volumes. The values which gain strength through your motivation. And now each one of these modules takes entire day, almost 8 hours of practice. And therefore, this program demands something, a discipline and hours of work. And of course, it's expensive because if you have to do it in a place away from your place of work. So that the environment is very helpful, and it's very necessary. And these 8 values, peace, positivity, compassion, cooperation, valuing the self, that's the most important. You must sustain yourself. Spirituality in healthcare, and building resilience when you're down and out, how to come back to normal. I think these are very important modules. And learning tools we have, again, we have 7 tools: meditation, visualization, reflection. Reflection is looking back at your own experiences. Visualization is to create what you want to do. It's a mind game. You create positive thoughts and visualize your the future. Appreciation. You start appreciating yourself. Don't criticize yourself. You are the unique one. You cannot compare yourself with anybody else, and never reduce your self-esteem. You are the best. परमात्मा की आप श्रेष्ठ कृति हो, श्रेष्ठ आत्मा हो, विजयी आत्मा हो. These are very important issues which we are never taught. We always thought, मैं परमात्मा की पाँव की धूल हूँ. No. You are a unique individual. This is what we want you to learn and go back with. Listening, deep listening. You must always listen to someone, and you will reduce his stress level. Creativity and playfulness. These are some of the things you have almost forgotten. The right brain activity. All of us work only through our left brain. Scientific, rational, logical, mathematical, everywhere you count, iska kya fayda hoga? And you have forgotten your poetic part, which you see in Vivek. Okay? So I think these 7 tools, we are almost, this is what you learn. This we have taken to different parts of the world. This is in China. And this is the small groups that the advantages that you have. Everyone would say, what is the advantage of doing all these exercises? Well, we spent 5 years to become graduate, 10 years to become an expert or specialist, and we spend whole life to bring little happiness to ourselves. So if you add this kind of a program, it sets professional standards and core of practice, help resolve the ethical issues, manage workload expectation, and change more effectively. Handling change is very difficult. We are changing so rapidly. The entire gamut of medical practice is going to change. Today, anyone comes, he comes to you through the internet. He knows everything about yourself before he comes to you. He wants to know how good you are and how much you can give it to him. And therefore, you have to be on a cutting edge. And change is always work in teams with better cooperation. Improve the quality of relationship and communication at all levels, within the staff, with the patients, and with your seniors. At the personal level, you build a self-esteem and sense of purpose, renew the enthusiasm and vitality, consider self-care as essential to well-being and a good patient care, cope better with stress and prevent burnout and ill health. This is the key. Doctors suffer from a lot of stress-related disorders, high blood pressure, diabetes, coronary artery disease, and some of them smoke, take alcohol, and develop diseases which are preventable. And at organizational level, it improves the staff recruitment and retention. If you're running hospitals, provide better support to the staff, boost morale, workforce, and reduce sickness leave, and enhance the performance and cost efficiency. And finally, the money you earn better when you learn these programs. Introduce positive value-based change in the healthcare environment. And at educational level, you holistic education, you opportunity for learning new caring skills. All of you who are practicing for years and years and years, this is an opportunity for you to come to Brahma Kumaris, introduce values in your own life through this experiential program, and enhance reflective practice and personal development skills. Develop spiritual approach in personal and professional life. It's a long journey between being human being and being human, said Mahatma Gandhi. This program was launched in India by the then president, Dr. APJ Abdul Kalam, and it has a tremendous effect. One small change can have an enormous impact on your personal life and a professional life. We have introduced this to a number of countries, much more than this. And of course, I thank you for giving me this opportunity of sharing my views on values in healthcare. And I would request Manoj that please introduce VIHASA to the medical profession in Pune. That's going to be a great impact on the ethical practices and personal stress levels. Thank you very much. Om Shanti.
डॉक्टर अशोक मेहता जी, बहुत 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 शुक्रिया इस ब्यूटीफुल टॉक के लिए। दोस्तों, कहते हैं कि वो मानव बड़ा खास होता है जो आपकी मनोवस्था को उठाता है, आपकी वैल्यूज़ को उठाता है, जो आपको बेटर प्रोफेशनल और बेटर ह्यूमन बीइंग बनाता है, जो आपको रोशनी की ओर ले जाता है। और डॉक्टर अशोक मेहता से हमने आज ये सब पाया है। और इस कार्यक्रम का लक्ष्य ही है कि विचारों का कोई जीवन में सुंदर बसंत खिले, कोई नया अरमान मिले, कोई नया आसमान मिले, आपका जीवन हो रसधार लिए प्रेम, शांति, खुशी, वैल्यूज़ की बहार लिए एक उज्जवल चेतना का विकास हो और इस दुनिया में जो बेहतरीन है वो आपके पास हो।